Second problem. In a shell and tube heat exchanger, tubes are 4 meter long and 3.1 centimeter OD, 2.7 centimeter ID. Water is heated from 22 degree centigrade to 45 degree centigrade by condensing steam at 100 degree centigrade on the outside of the tubes. So water flow rate through the tubes is 10 kg per second. Heat transfer coefficient on the steam side is 5500 watt per meter square Kelvin and on water side is 850 watt per meter square Kelvin. Negate all other resistances. Find the number of the tubes. So here you have written all the given data. Length of the tube is given 4 meter. Outside diameter is 3.1 centimeter. Inside diameter is 2.7 centimeter. So cold fluid temperature at the inlet, it is given 22 degree centigrade. Cold fluid at the exit of the heat exchanger is 45 degree centigrade. So here steam is condensing. By condensing steam at 100 degree centigrade on the outside of the tubes. That means here hot fluid, that is steam, it is flowing outside the tubes, in which inside the tubes water is flowing. So on the outside of the tubes this steam is flowing over the tubes. That means here TH1 will be equals to TH2, that is 100 degree centigrade. It is flowing along the shell side. So the problem is based on the shell and tube heat exchanger. So in the tubes water is flowing and in the shell side this steam is flowing, which is maintained at temperature 100 degree centigrade. So this is the temperature and the length graph. So this is the length of the heat exchanger. So this side, this is the temperature. So TH1, at the TH1 will be also 100 degree centigrade, TH2 will be also 100 degree centigrade. It means temperature of hot fluid will be 100 degree centigrade, where TC1 and TC2 already it is given. So mass flow rate of the cold fluid is also given, it is 10 kg per second. So heat transfer coefficient on the outside of the tubes, it is 5500. Heat transfer coefficient at the inside of the tubes, that is water side heat transfer coefficient, 850 watt per meter square Kelvin. So here specific heat of cold fluid it is not given. So it is a standard, that is 4180 joules per kg Kelvin. If it is not given, so then we can easily assume this value as the standard value, that is specific heat of the water. So now overall heat transfer coefficient we are going to calculate based on the outside surface area of the cylinder. Yes, in the problem he has asked us to calculate the number of the tubes. So overall heat transfer coefficient based on the outside area of the cylinder, that is outside the tubes, it is going to be calculated by formula 1 divided by A naught in the bracket 1 divided by HI into AI plus log to the BSE R naught by Ri divided by 2 pi KL plus 1 divided by H naught into A naught. So in the problem, if he has not mentioned this, then we would have considered for calculating the overall heat transfer coefficient this entire formula. So he has mentioned here neglecting all other resistances. That means here we are going to neglect this conduction thermal resistance for the cylinder, which is given by this formula. So if we neglect this resistance, then my overall heat transfer coefficient is U naught is equals to 1 divided by HI into D naught divided by DI. So here A naught 1 divided by HI into A naught by AI, where A naught is given by pi D naught L, AI is given by pi DIL. Pi into L term gets cancels both in the numerator and the denominator. So my remaining terms are only D naught, that is outside diameter and inside diameter, plus 1 divided by H naught. A naught gets cancels, so only my term remains 1 divided by H naught. So now if we will substitute the values, we will going to calculate U naught, that is 1 divided by HI is already given 1 divided by 850. So diameter 3.1 centimeter, I will write directly in meter. So this is 0.027 plus 1 divided by 5500. Already it is given. So if we will calculate this value, so this will be 625.5 watt per meter square Kelvin. So this is the answer of the overall heat transfer coefficient. So next our main aim is to calculate the LMTD. So how we will calculate LMTD? In order to calculate LMTD, we require delta T1. So delta T1 is given by TH1 minus TC1. So TH1 already we know it 100 degree centigrade. TC1 is 22 degree centigrade. So delta T1 will be 82 degree centigrade. We will calculate delta T2. Delta T2 is given by the formula TH2 minus TC2. So TH2 is also 100 degree centigrade, whereas TC2 is 45 degree centigrade. So it is 55 degree centigrade. So with this now we will calculate the LMTD. So LMTD is calculated by the formula delta T2 minus delta T1 divided by log of delta T2 divided by delta T1. So if you substitute the values, that is 55 minus 78 divided by log of 55 divided by 78. So here my LMTD value will be 65.71 degree centigrade. So these are my values. These are my delta T1 78 degree centigrade, delta 2 is 55 degree centigrade, whereas LMTD value is 65.71 degree centigrade. So next he has asked us to calculate the number of the tubes. So how we will calculate number of the tubes? First let us calculate the total area of the heat exchanger divided by area of the single tube gives us the total number of the tubes. So let us calculate now Q, where Q is equals to MC into CPC TC2 minus TC1. So mass flow rate of the cold fluid already it is given 10 CPC, that is specific heat of the cold fluid, it is 4180. TC2 is 45 degree centigrade minus 22 degree centigrade. So my final value will be 9,61,400 watts. So this is my Q value 961,400. If we will calculate this Q value, now we are going to calculate the area A of the heat exchanger is given by Q divided by LMTD. So Q already we have calculated 961,400 divided by LMTD is 60 U into LMTD, where U is 625.5 into LMTD is 65.71. So my area of the heat exchanger will be 22.4 meter square. So this is my value of Q, that is 961,400. This is my total area of the heat exchanger is 22.4 meter square. So now let us calculate area of the single tube. So already it is how we will calculate area of the tube? Pi d naught into L. So pi d naught is 3.1 centimeter. I will write it in meter, where length is 4 meter. So this will be 0.389 meter square. So that is number of the tubes. Number of the tubes is given by total area of the heat exchanger. Total area of the heat exchanger divided by area of one tube. So that gives us the number of the tubes. So total area of the heat exchanger, already we have calculated it as 22.4 meter square divided by area of one tube is 0.389 meter square. So this will be equals to 57.68 tubes. So approximately we can, so number of tubes, that is total area of the heat exchanger divided by area of one tube. So total area of the heat exchanger is 22.4 meters square. Area of one tube is calculated here 0.389 meters square. So number of tubes will be 57.68. So we can write easily where n is equals to 58 tubes.